Did you know you can make brownies in your air fryer within 15 minutes? Yes, these delicious molten gooey brownies that you see right here were made in an air fryer, and they're so quick and easy and delicious. I promise you will be making them again and again. So let's get started with the recipe, but before that, please do consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. So the first thing you want to do is measure what kind of a pan and what size pan you require for your air fryer. Mine fits an 8-inch round pan, which is what I'm using here, and it's also perfect for a single batch of this recipe. And I love lining my pans, especially when making brownies. It ensures that it's going to come out clean and there won't be anything stuck to the bottom. So that's what I'm doing here. It's a little simple way that I use, a little technique I use to cut out almost all of my parchment liners for my pans. And once that is lined, let's get started with the recipe. So you'll need 100 grams of unsalted butter and 100 grams of semi-sweet to dark chocolate chips. I'm using semi-sweet. You can use milk chocolate too, but I find it gets really sweet, and that's not what I personally love, so I use semi-sweet and dark chocolate. You want to microwave it till it melts, so I did 30 seconds, then I took it out, give it a little bit of a stir, and then I've put it back again for 30 more seconds. And at that point, the chocolate might be a little bit solid, but the butter would mostly be melted, and if you mix it all in, it's gonna dissolve. If it's still quite chunky, you can put it back in the microwave for maybe 10 more seconds, but don't overdo it. You don't want to burn or boil that mixture. Next, I added in about 130 grams of sugar. You can add up to 150 grams, and then I added 2 eggs, and now I'm going to mix it for a good minute, following by adding some flour, about 50 grams, a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, about a teaspoon of vanilla essence or extract, and a couple of tablespoons of coffee. If you don't want to use coffee, you can use 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. Also, if you're using instant coffee mix, you can take a teaspoon and mix it in with 1.5 tablespoons of water and then put it in. And now, once everything is added to the batter, you want to whisk it for a good 3 to 5 minutes till it's nice and thick, and it's gonna get a little bit lighter in color, just like you see here. Do not skip on the whisking. It's gonna make it a bit more chewy, and it's gonna give it a nice crust on the top. So once that's done, add your brownie batter to the lined pan, and you can definitely make a smaller batch of this. This recipe can easily be divided in half, so you can make 2 servings or 1 large servings if you like. Just make sure that you're using a smaller pan, maybe a 4 to 6 inch. Then I'm taking about 70 grams of dark chocolate, about 75%. Again, you can use any of your favorite chocolates. Just be mindful, the more milk content and the more sugar the chocolate has, the more sweet your brownie is going to be. And once I add it in, I use a spatula to gently fold some of it in the brownie while some of it remains on the top. This is gonna give it nice molteniness in the middle and also nice crust on the top. Then I'm going to air fry it at 176. You want it between 174 and 176. 175 is ideal, but my air fryer didn't have it, so I went with 176. And you want to bake it for about 15 minutes. I preheated my air fryer. If your air fryer has that option, please make sure to do that. Otherwise, just let it run on the set temperature for 2 minutes before adding in your brownies. Make sure that you have your hands covered because it's gonna be very hot once you add it in and take it out. And here you go, your brownies are done instantly, and you can see that it has a nice crust and it's super gooey. For serving, you can either eat it right away from the pan or wait for 5 to 10 minutes and gently flip it over using a wire rack and a tray. So flip it over once so that it's upside down, and then flip it again so that it's right side up. I hope that makes sense. I wish I had caught that on video, but I completely forgot. So here you go, your molten brownie skillet or molten brownie recipe is ready to be enjoyed. I love serving it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and it's just so divine. It's like a hybrid between a molten chocolate cake and a brownie, and it takes a total of 20 minutes from start to finish, so it has become quite a regular in my household, and I hope it becomes a regular in yours too. So do try it out and let me know how this recipe turns out for you. If you enjoyed this video and the recipe, please do consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. If you recreate it, please share it with me on my Instagram page, which is by the same name, the homemaker baker _falafalik. Until next time, the homemaker baker over and out.